next year. There's a lot of stuff about to happen, right? It's going to catapult us into a new reality. The splitting of this reality will also happen next year, meaning that you're going to have some people living on the same street, but in two different realities, on different frequencies. I want you guys to understand that, okay? So 2022 is going to be like a rubber band that's going to catapult us into a new reality. That's very important. I really want you guys to understand that as we move forward. So we talked about tech magic in the past. I talked about how your mind is going to be the new magic, right? All the elements are up here. Your imagination is going to be the new magic. I talked about that in the past. And it's funny because now Facebook or Meta is talking about, that new commercial that I'm pretty sure all you guys have seen. This is the realm of imagination. Why are they doing that? The realm of imagination is the fourth dimension. They're creating a new fourth dimension for you. So you're going to have to decide if you're going to live in their world. I'm not saying you can't go in the metaverse, right? What I'm saying is, are you going to totally commit to the metaverse and put all your hopes and dreams and your spirituality in that? Or are you going to focus on yourself and your true reality so you can make it out of here? Because what they're doing is a trap. To trap you inside that stuff, right? But you live in this world, so you got to deal with it. But what I'm saying is, don't get so caught up in the metaverse as we move forward. Learn it, research it, know about it, but don't get caught up in it as we move forward, family. It's very important, okay? I studied the metaverse. I learned about the metaverse. I invest in the metaverse, but I'm focused on my spirituality. That's what it always has to come back to, family. Your spirituality is so important because they're trying to take away the idea of spirituality and have you focus directly on the metaverse. That's really what I'm saying. So stay focused on your spirituality as we move forward. It's going to be important, right? Get all the books you can get because they all about to be digital, right? That's why all the physical books, I told you that way back in 2019, how the physical books going to start costing money. And that's exactly what's happening right now, right? The physical books I paid $20 for is like $800, $900 now, right? $800, $900. I should have bought 2 copies of everything, right? So let's talk about the frequency of next year, right? Which is going to be a number 6 year. Let's talk about the positive aspects to know if you're actually on that vibration, the positive aspects of it and the negative aspects of the number 6 and the energy that we're going to be on next year, right? And I'm going to give you guys some clues. So 2022 will be a number 6 year, family. And from a positive perspective, 6 is the embodiment of the heart. Okay? 6 is the embodiment of the heart, family. So it's important to pay attention to your emotions and deal with the matters of the heart. You're going to have to clean that stuff out for next year. The matters of the heart is going to have to be cleaned and reassured for next year if you want to make it for next year and beyond, okay? The number 6 also represents unconditional love, servitude, sacrifice for others, right? That's very important, okay? One of the most important things that number 6 deals with is partnerships of all kinds, meaning that emotional partnerships, business partnerships, right? Because love deals with Venus, and Venus deals with that business energy, right? It's so funny I'm talking about this. We about to go into a Venus retrograde, right? But so business also deals with that. So you have to get your business together. So if you're one of them people that like to get, trust me, brother, yourself as an introvert. But I understand how the world works. You're going to have to do partnerships and work with people. This is all coming for next year, family. Partnerships. You have to learn how to be in partnership with people. You have to learn how to communicate with people. Some of y'all don't know how to communicate. Some of y'all don't know how to talk to people. Some people don't know how to talk to people. That's dangerous for next year. That's dangerous. You have to learn how to communicate. Stop cutting everybody off. Right? Deal with yourself. Because anything you do to people outside of yourself is really what you're doing to yourself. It's a reflection of you. Right? So if you can't find a good relationship, you have to deal with yourself. Right? It's because you're drawing the wrong person for a reason. It's your subconscious mind keep picking that bad person. And then a dude who look like Steve Urkel, you don't know, they winning right now. Yeah, all the nerds and all the brothers that look like nerds, and they went out, one of my favorite YouTube channels is MKBHD, Marcus Brownlee. I don't know if there's sisters to be talking to this brother. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And really, I'm one of the people you can love any race you want to love, right? But I don't know if the sisters be talking to this brother, but I'm pretty sure they don't. They probably think he a nerd. But that boy winning right now. He's the biggest black tech reviewer in the world. You know, but maybe the way he dressed or the way he talked, it may throw females off. But when a white girl get him, everybody get mad. Or a Chinese girl get him, everybody get mad. No, you didn't want him. Don't get mad. You want the thug. You want the Negro in the streets, the thug. You know, instead of getting a nice, you know, upstanding brother. Same thing with us brothers. We want the sister that, you know, don't got her business together. She dressed a certain way. And then you wondering why things happening. Right? We got to make better decisions next year, family. We have to make better decisions next year if we're going to move forward. It's so important, family. So important. All right? So important. You know, so those are some positive aspects that you need to focus on next year as we move forward in 2022. All right? You're going to need to focus on family. All right? You're going to need to focus on your business. Okay? And I'm telling y'all, business is going to be very interesting as we move into 2022 because we're going into a Venus retrograde. And if I'm not mistaken, it's stretching into 2022. So Venus retrograde, you don't really want to do business like that. Right? So with all that being said, you have to get your business together. Right? In 2022. That's a fact. Everybody needs to have a business in 2022. Everybody. You should not be putting stuff in your public name. Everything needs to be in your business name. I ain't gonna get too deep into that. I'm gonna stay on topic. But that's very important as we move forward into 2022, family. Right? So some of the negative aspects of 2022, and this is the things you need to watch out for to make sure you're not doing these things, so you can be okay. You can be careful as we move forward in 2022. Right? If you're dealing with any type of assertive controlling people. Or assertive controlling energy that you don't like, you need to get it out of your life. If you have a very controlling girlfriend, y'all not going to make it in 2022. You just ain't. If you have a very controlling boyfriend, you're not going to make it in 2022 with this person. You need to cut this person off. You need somebody that's going to be on your level. There's no such thing as a perfect relationship, but you need somebody that's going to match your energy and be on your level. That's important as you move forward. Also, you have to make sure that you don't become a hypocrite in 2022. But that's another negative aspect of the number 6 energy. So this world that we're going to be living in 2022, if you're on the wrong frequency, you may say one thing out of your mouth and live a different life. And people going to call you out on it next year. So have your stuff together, family. Right? Really have your stuff together, family, as we move forward in 2022. That's so important. You don't want to become a hypocrite, which is a negative aspect of the number 6 energy, okay? People will become immoral. Morality is very important. The gods deal with morality. Some people don't say morality ain't important. It's okay. But the people who are in the world are moral people. Do they do evil stuff behind the scene? Absolutely. But in public, the way they look in public, they act moral. Some people act unmoral in the public and in the private. You know what I'm saying? We have to do better than that, family. Right? We have to have some type of moral standard. You know, that is something I just believe in. Right? I was raised that way. That's something that has always helped me throughout my life. You know, even they say in the Bible, a good name is better to be chosen over rubies and diamonds and stuff like that, right? You got to be careful too, because you could become disconnected from your spirituality in next year. Number 6 energy, and people who deal with a negative number 6 tend to be very disconnected from reality and what's going on. They just kind of float through life and become what they call automatons, a zombie. Don't get like that. Don't let fear bring you down, which is one of the biggest things you need to stay away from. And starting next year, fear is the opposite of love. Fear is the opposite of love. So you'll never be on the right frequency if you're afraid to start a business. If you're afraid to fall in love again. If you're afraid to build your own and start your own. Right? If you're afraid of the government. Right? If you're afraid of the world. Fear, 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 fear. If you're in fear next year, you can't be on this frequency. Right? Some of y'all scared to start a business. Yeah, because you never did it before. Well, study to show yourself approved and start a business. It's not hard. Some of y'all afraid to put out y'all projects that y'all been working on, the stuff that's been in y'all mind, y'all procrastinating. Some of y'all afraid of that. I see y'all. You got to stop that, family. You got to stop that. so you can move forward into the life you want.
Light beaming down, crystalline queen on the scene with my copper and my jewels. Gold water for the fuel, loving every molecule.